everyone, and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be sublimating these fun new blanks from Heat Transfer Warehouse. These are the super cool pop-up straw stainless steel tumblers. The kids have to have these for school anyway, and I was so excited to see that Heat Transfer Warehouse is now carrying them. So I got this pink and the kind of teal one for Evie. I've got Ace's all ready to go, but his is kind of gray and orange. I will link them in the description below the video if you're interested. Super cool. We're going to be using the Walla sublimation oven. Mine says J-Trans. I think it says Walla now, but it is the exact same oven. I love this. It makes sublimating mugs, tumblers, all sizes, all different sizes of products. You can do more than one at a time. It makes it so easy. I'm also going to be using this new heat gun that Heat Transfer Warehouse is carrying. So this makes it super easy. This is an industrial heat gun. This is made, or what they're recommending for sublimation. If you get this, I will tell you, it took me a minute to figure it out. You turn this back. It has a high and a low. So you have to look and see which side you need to turn it to be on high, or which side you need to turn it to be on low. And then that will affect the temperature. You want to have it on high to activate the shrink wrap. So I went ahead and I made my designs on the Sawgrass SG500, and I've already printed it out and cut it out. Now again, I've already got Aces ready, just so that you didn't have to watch two of them. So I cut this out. What I do, people always ask me about the templates. So what I do is I just take a tape measure and I literally just measure from top to bottom, and this was 5 inches. So I made my template 5.1, and then I measured around, and this was 8.5. So I made it 8.6. I just make it slightly bigger than the actual measurements that I come up with. And then I printed it on the Sawgrass SG500. This is a sublimation printer. You must use sublimation ink to do this product or project. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, as always, first of all, we're going to take the top off. These do have the plastic straw on the inside. You want to make sure and get that out. And then, as always, we're going to wipe our blank down. And I'm just using a little bit of rubbing alcohol. You could use Windex, rubbing alcohol, denatured alcohol, whatever you have on hand. And I'm just rubbing any fingerprints, oils, lotions that might have gotten on there from my hands, lint. Make sure that when you're wiping it off that you are using a lint-free cloth. Don't use a paper towel. That'll leave little bits of lint, and that'll make little blue speckles happen. So I've also got this shrink wrap sleeve. This is also made for sublimation. And I'm just going to take the mug and I'm going to place it right inside. I'm going to grab the top of it. And it's actually a little bit longer than I need, so I'm just going to use some, put this in the other hand. Just going to use some scissors and trim that off a little bit. I don't need quite all that excess, although it won't hurt it if you have it. All right, so we've got that size the way we want it. So let's put our image on. I'm going to take my image. You can see when I trimmed my image, I trimmed it all the way down and I left just a little bit of a white edge on that side. I do that on purpose just so that I have a little bit of extra to help me make sure this is really tight around so I can overlap it. So I've got the white edge there. I'm going to put this edge down and I'm going to pull that as tightly as I can. Then I'm going to use some of my heat transfer tape. And I'm just going to kind of put it on that side and use it as a hinge to pull forward. Whoops. Try that again. Put it on that side, use it as a hinge to kind of roll it forward to make sure that that's super tight. I'll do another one like that. Put it on that side, roll it forward. And then I'm going to tape down the entire seam. Let me do that. All right, so I've got my seam all taped up. You can see I've got this nice and tight. You can't really spin the tumbler inside of there. Everything is nice and tight. I'm going to grab that sleeve that we trimmed up to size. I'm going to stick this back inside. I'm going to put my heat gun on high and I'm going to go ahead and use the shrink wrap. I'm going to make sure that the tumbler is kind of centered in there, and I'm going to start working on the bottom half and going down, making sure that it secures around those edges. If you want, some people like to tape around this bottom edge. I find that I get bubbles when I do that sometimes, so I prefer not to do that. But Either way, it's kind of a hit or miss. Some people like to just cut it a little bit short so that you have a nice straight edge on the bottom. Either way, whatever works for you. So I'm going to go ahead and use the heat gun. And again, this is going to really quickly shrink wrap. Alright, I've got it all shrink wrapped. I'm going to take some scissors and just trim that bottom off so that it'll stand up in the oven. So I've got the oven set up at 195 Celsius, about 383 Fahrenheit, and I've got it set for 9 minutes. You want to make sure that you let the oven preheat before putting your tumblers in. You'll know that it's preheating because you'll see these 3 wavy lines, and that tells you that it's preheating. When those go off, it has come to temperature, and you can go ahead and put your tumblers in. So let's let this preheat, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the light has gone off. The little wavy lines have gone off, so we know it's up to temperature. I'm going to go ahead and place the mugs in. You want to do it quickly, right in the center. I'm going to close it. We're going to hit start. I'm just going to count down. Unfortunately, my camera ran out of memory and I didn't realize it, so you missed the pulling them out of the oven and unwrapping them, but that's really all I did was pull them out of the oven, take the shrink wrap and the paper off, and look how beautiful these turned out. I am so excited how these turned out. The kids are going to absolutely love them. Ace with his Lamborghini, Evie with her favorite movie, and their names, they're personalized and it's permanent. These are dishwasher safe. It's going to last as the lifetime of the tumbler itself. I think these are the really cool tumblers. So I will have everything linked in the description below the video. I'll have the tumblers, I'll have the heat gun, I'll have the oven. Everything that I used will be in the description below the video. Please use that link. It helps support this channel, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to click that bell so that you're notified every time there's a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, never stop making. See ya. Bye-bye.